Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What I need?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, check 33. 33. Check. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Throwing, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. You must get time.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
Hey, 80 weapons. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, Rocket.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
In your face.
Keep it skinny.
Here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Go, go.
From the gun, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
22-yard line.
All right. Black 11. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Buffalo 1, Buffalo 1. Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, Delta. Here we go. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 54. Mike.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, Rivers. Washington's got it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Rivers hands off to Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rivers, and it's complete. Henry, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. That's good for 28 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He completes it to Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating from the gun, Rivers.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rivers to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On third down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Second 90, Black 11. 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
79. Hey, wahoo. Hey, check. Mike 54.
Rivers now from the 50. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Hey, Charlie, I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 34.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety, Harrison Smith. And now look at him go. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum. End zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's gone limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check three, check three. Shift, shift. Check, crunch, crunch. Bravo. Mike.
From the 29, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Here's Cousins. Flush to his right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Vikings.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check three, check three. 300. Black. Black two is the mic. Five.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Mike, 54. Here we go. 54. 0. Check.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a...
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and inches, Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. First down, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. From the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, exit.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Check girls. Begin. Smooth. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cousins now from the 50. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot. People would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, let go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try to run with Madison. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check Mike 34. Hey, zoom. We don't want none. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
And the blitz does come. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Rivers now. Washington's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Listen to me. Hey, yo. Watch twins.
Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers, complete to Washington. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now third. Hey, Rocket!
Rivers from the gun on third down. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Now Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Let's go. Left.
To throw again. Rivers. He's got it to Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing, Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Red Delta! Hey, high 7.
To the air again here, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a big turnover there as his